My name is Melanie Hutchinson. This happened in Marty, South Dakota. This is concerning family court corruption and criminal court corruption.
All right, Melanie, explain your relationship to the story about what I call the Yankton Four.
They're my uncles. Jesse Rouse is my dad.
Okay. All right, so your brothers and you have two brothers and a sister?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Who've all already been filmed today.
Yes.
And we're sitting here with just us.
Yes.
And you want to tell why?
Because my dad and my uncles were prosecuted for a crime that they did not commit.
And what was your involvement? Where were you when the police and the SWAT teams and the FBI came? Do you remember? How old were you?
I don't really remember how old I was, but I remember they came twice. The first time I didn't get taken away. They took some of my cousins away, and then that was at my grandma Rosemary's house. And then I remember the second time they came, we was at my Auntie Beat's house, Beta Rouse's house, and they took me away with my siblings, except for Moses, and I believe they arrested my dad and my uncles that time.
How old are you today?
I'm 33.
Okay, so you were probably 14 or 15 at the time?
Yeah, probably.
They've been in for 18 years. I'm not sure how long the trial stuff took place.
Yeah.
Are you all right with
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you were taken the second time.
Mm-hmm.
And where did they take you?
I believe they took me to the BIA, I believe. I can't really remember. And then after that, they took me to some foster lady's house. It was close to Wagner, but I don't remember the town.
Okay. And what was life like with the foster home?
I was only there for a couple hours. Actually was in their basement, and it was dirty. There was dirty clothes everywhere. There wasn't like really anywhere to sit down. It was just in a basement, and they called me up and said that I was going to go to South Dakota, and that was like at midnight. I don't know, real late at night, and some guy drove me to South Dakota and dropped me off at a group home.
How much time did you spend there?
The whole time until my mom got me out was, I believe, like a month, maybe more.
All right. And what did you see take place at your grandmother's home and elsewhere on the reservation involving your dad and your uncles participating in sexual abuse of children?
Nothing.
You want to say that so you put my words in there with you?
I did not see any sexual abuse. There was not any sexual abuse between me or my uncles or my dad or any of my cousins, my siblings. Nothing like that ever happened at my grandma's house or anywhere else on the reservation.
Were you one of the witnesses at the trial?
Yes.
You need to say that because my voice.
I witnessed
Because it'll pick up my voice a little bit. Start of it.
I was a witness for my dad and my uncles. I was not a witness for the prosecution. I always stated the truth, which was nothing ever happened, and I will always state the truth, that nothing ever happened.
Did somebody try to convince you to say that something did happen?
Yeah, someone asked me if it happened, and I told them no, it never happened, and they said, "Are you sure that it didn't happen?" And this was a phone call when I was in Sioux Falls that asked me if I knew why I was taken away. And I said, no, I did not know why I was taken away. I didn't know what's going on. And they said, well, has your uncle or your dad ever touched you? And I said, no, they never touched me. And they just pretty much kept asking me that, and I told them no, it didn't happen. And that's why I think I'm out today, because they never happened, and I stated the truth, and they couldn't hold me.
Did anybody try to get you to say something different when you were on the witness stand or before you went up?
I don't really remember before the witness stand, but I remember just being on the witness stand and crying because I never seen my dad and my uncles, you know, for like a month, and I figured out why they were locked up, and it's made me cry, and I couldn't stop crying because, you know, I just knew it wasn't true, and I was hoping that, you know, they would hear me, but they didn't want to hear me.
You obviously are aware that some of the children claim that things did happen.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you know about that?
I know nothing about that.
Okay. Have you ever talked to any of them after?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Well, what about Lucretia?
Lucretia, I talked to her, yeah.
And do you know what she said about the situation?
Recently, or what they made her say?
Or both?
What they actually, no, I never read any of the papers. I never read what was said. I don't want to hear what was said. I just know what I know, and that's all I want to know.
Did you participate in the painting of Uncle Garfield?
No, I was there, but I did not.
Do you believe, did you know all of your uncles very well?
I knew my Uncle Des and my dad. I didn't know Garfield or Russell that well.
Okay. Based on what you were, I mean, you're old enough to know what's going on when this happened. Do you believe is there any way that could have taken place in the home?
No, there's no way. My grandma was always there, and if she wasn't, there was always an adult there.
Okay.
So, no.
I need you to say that, explain what you're saying no to.
That I do not believe that ever happened, and I know that it never happened at my grandma's house, or it couldn't have happened anything.
So the home where the prosecution claimed it took place, small home, a lot of people there, and no doors, is all that right?
Yep, there were doors, but a lot of them didn't have doorknobs, so there's no way you could lock it. The closets didn't have doorknobs because they all got broken off, so we just kept the doorknobs off, and there's no way you could lock it either in or out.
You wanted to make a statement at the end?
I just wanted to say that I hope this helps to get my dad and my uncles out of prison. They're innocent, and I just want everyone to hear what we have to say this time, because no one cared last time, and I'm honestly getting tired of trying to have people hear me when no one wants to hear me, and just hope that this helps and gets them out.
Well, I hope you know that we want to hear you, and we'll do everything we can. I'm sorry for what you've gone through. It's just not fair to anybody.
Thank you.
So that